guess we'll just start with just like a basic overview. Sun season. What do you expect?
I think
record
that
place?
overall, okay, if we're talking record, I think we're probably going to be sitting at about 58 wins, probably. I think there's a chance we go up, but I don't think we're going to be
tough, but
trying to overload our players and stuff like that.
I
don't think we're going to load manage.
No, we're not.
We might, maybe a little bit, but I don't think so.
We've never done
I don't
that.
think Katie wants to load manage, but Frank Vogel has a history of load manage.
80.
Yeah.
I guess,
80 too.
Yeah. I think we'll probably, around 50 is fair. I think like 53.
50?
I think
53, really?
Yeah. Because, I mean, we always just have these little crappy games like in the regular season.
Mid-season.
Yeah.
We'll go on a losing streak.
Yeah, we'll just have a random crappy run. Yeah. And something bad will happen.
Last year we ended up at our win total just because, Book. There was a point where Book.
We kind of got lucky at the end of the season. Yeah.
Which was actually pretty lucky that it wasn't a spread out. But we were actually decent over that stretch too. So
we could manage, but it wasn't.
I'm not that worried about it. I think I like where I'm sitting at 58 wins. I think we could even. I think we could. We definitely could reach 60. Wins. Yeah, I think we could. But I think our floor is like 52 wins probably.
It's pretty confident.
Yeah,
I would say floor is 49 maybe, and then ceiling is like 60 or 61 for me. We like I said, we always just have these little crappy games.
I agree.
We'll lose to the Hornets randomly in January, and it'll just be annoying. Yeah. So I think we'll still be fine, though. I think we'll be first or second seed overall. Honestly, I think it's possible.
Yeah, I think that our ceiling is probably first seed, but our floor is probably like our floor. Third. I'm going to keep the mic close to my mouth while I open this, but I think our floor is probably about. I think minimum is 49 wins. I'll agree with you on that. If it's we have a really bad stretch, but I think our ceiling is probably first, and I think our floor is actually probably like 5.
But I was gonna say third or fourth, but I don't know about 5. 5 seems really.
The problem is last season we were.
Yeah, we were fourth seed,
and we still won like 50 something games that year.
I think didn't we just win 40 something? I thought we won 40 something.
I thought we won 50. I think we did win 49 games.
I'll look this up
48 games.
Phoenix Suns 2022-23.
Yep.
Let's see. Oops. Hold on, let me see. Record. I accidentally looked up schedule. Give me.
Nice one.
Bear with me. 45 and 37. That's what I thought. Yeah, so it was pretty bad. I think that's why I'm thinking like our.
I kind of forgot that we were that.
Like our.
But we had
floor is fourth and 48 wins.
Was honestly pretty bad last year. Excluding the best teams, really like the Nuggets and.
Yeah, the Grizzlies. The Grizzlies were number 2.
Yeah, and
that was interesting. That was so weird.
Well, they were a really good regular season team, and
but just considering everyone knew they were just going to get killed by the Lakers.
Because they're just a really young team, and I feel like the Suns kind of had that same issue.
Yeah.
Besides Chris Paul, of course.
And, I would say a little bit different, but similar in
I get what
ways.
You're saying,
for sure.
We should probably talk about like the point guard situation.
Yeah, I wanted to touch on that specifically.
You have all the stats and everything.
A little bit. A little bit of stats. So, people stressing out about the Suns point guard spot for next season. I think we have 2, I'm not going to say potentially 3 players who could do it, but realistically,
who would be your third?
It's possible. KD, but he's just too big.
No, KD is also ball dominant, 2 ball dominant at this point.
But my point, we have Bradley Beal, who just averaged 23 points on 50% shooting, and he averaged 5.4 assists and 2.9 turnovers. I will say, the only weak spot in my argument for like the point guard situation is the turnovers are kind of bad.
High, but they're also shooting guard.
It's still.
They're also the numbers of a player that's taking the ball every possession.
Yeah, you can tolerate it.
The ball through there.
Yeah, you can definitely live with it. And Book shoots 28 points per game, 49% shooting, 5.5 assists, 2.7 turnovers. The average point guard last season averaged 4.2 assists and 1.6 turnovers. So they're both averaging like a little bit higher in both stats.
And then, I mean,
like equally as higher.
I'm assuming that's not starting numbers. It's just overall.
I'm not positive, but
which I mean, I wouldn't be shocked if it's starting numbers because I mean, there's like
it doesn't really matter regardless. In my opinion,
yeah, it really doesn't. But I mean, I feel like in my vision of the Suns basketball next year, I'm thinking that they're going to keep Beal in the corner.
Yeah,
for just catch and shoot.
Yeah, I
he's
think
such a good shooter,
and Book knows the team so well, and everyone respects him, and he's such a good leader. Like,
and Book is actually a really talented passer.
Yeah,
and also he can take the ball up, good ball handler. He can shoot mid range, so he could drive in, shoot mid range.
He can finish at all three levels
on the corner.
Yeah,
KD can just run and score.
Yeah, he just got tons of bench players who can just knock down three starters. He got, Ayton, hopefully. Is that's on there, correct? Yeah, we'll get into that.
Yeah,
kind of as well as.
there's just great guys on the team. I mean, like Bol.
Yeah,
is a decent shooter.
He's going to be a good addition for sure.
He's a decent shooter. They have a lot of solid shooters.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm YouTube Watanabe.
Yeah, he's going to be. I feel like he's going to have just like some crazy 6 man of the year type season or something like that.
I mean,
I think he could, honestly. I mean, it's a big stretch, and
because I mean, the thing is, if we let him play like a full 6 man role, like with Eric Gordon.
Yeah,
but I mean,
I think Eric Gordon will probably.
Well, if anybody on the bench is a
Eric Gordon
man of the year player, but
who do you think is like official starters right now? We got. Would Eric Gordon start
probably
at 2 or 3?
They want him for the bench unit, I think.
Yeah, who's starting with the 4 starters that are guaranteed?
I think that realistically, it's Book at point, Beal at shooting guard,
KD and Bol.
Bol's not going to start out the gate, but I mean, you could argue that TJ Warren,
he could,
would start. I gotta double check this because I forgot if we even re-signed him. I'm 99% sure we did, but I really don't want to sound stupid if we didn't. TJ Warren.
That's fair.
I'm like 100% sure, but
it's good to get a double check sometimes
because it's gonna sound really stupid. And then my phone doesn't work.
Your Wi-Fi on?
No. Yeah, he's on the Suns.
Okay. He could start.
He could. I mean, he used to start for the Suns 6 seasons ago. Yeah. But I mean, I think realistically, he could be an okay starter. We didn't play him a lot in the playoffs, which I thought was weird.
Yeah, that was interesting.
I mean, I'd have to look at the roster for like small forward size players, but like I think overall he would make the most sense. But I wouldn't mind running KD. Running KD at small forward Bol. If Bol takes it up a notch, but
I feel like he always is at like a good enough level. Like I don't want to say like he's,
but I feel like the problem is that
but he just doesn't talk about. He's on bad teams.
Yeah, his good stats were during garbage time.
Yeah, that's true.
Which is a part of it, and I mean,
but that's the only times he got played. I feel like if someone actually gave him a chance, he could.
Yeah, that's true.
And he's just the type of player to actually put the work in.
That Bol could be pretty solid, but even starter quality. But I don't know.
Yeah,
there were a lot.
I think at least later on in the season, it's a better chance. But he could start out the game.
Our fifth starter, we can talk about Ayton a little bit.
Yeah,
because I mean, clearly he's a starter at this time.
Yeah,
but
I mean, we don't have anyone else to start.
Yeah,
I genuinely think that with Vogel at coach, Vogel's known for he created like a different kind of AD. I'm not gonna say like you could say it was the prime AD when it was in the bubble. Yeah, and he's known
I wouldn't say that's prime AD. I'd say AD like 2018 AD.
Yeah, like Pelicans or what? Yeah. That's what I'm saying. You could argue it
because I mean nobody was on that team and they were still good.
Yeah,
I mean him and DeMarcus Cousins was actually one of the best.
That is
big man duos I've actually ever seen. Before he tore his Achilles like 3 weeks later, but whatever.
But him with Vogel is known for having really good defensive teams and records. We need Ayton to be defense and rebound.
That's really all I'm worried about. I'm not worried about him scoring, especially with his.
He could score 8 a night. I could care less.
Yeah,
if he's putting rebounds and
Capella numbers, I'm literally going to be ecstatic.
Exactly.
So I mean, Clint Capella, I wouldn't mind.
Honestly, we talked about that. I
15, like bro puts up like 15 boards a night. That's exactly what we need, to be honest.
I think.
Have you ever seen the one game where Russ and Harden put up like 70 combined shots in overtime, and like Dude, and then Clint Capella had like 25 boards on 9 of 9 shooting.
Dude. That's ridiculous. I have not seen that.
It's insane.
Sounds realistic, though. It completely makes sense. It sounds like a Clint Capella stat.
Clint Capella was actually really good.
He still
Most
is
underrated.
pretty good.
Yeah, he's good. He's actually great.
This is a Clint Capella fan episode, just so you guys know.
Clint Capella, easiest 2K trade.
Oh my gosh,
Arsenal's
no shot.
Right now,
Okay, sorry. We have Arsenal versus I forgot the other
Barcelona.
team. Yeah, versus Barcelona. But okay, so Aiton, do you think he's gonna pick it up?
I think he will. I trust in Aiton. I've always I don't like hating on him because it makes me even feel like stupid for being a Suns fan. Because then that means that like
I know,
we made such a bad decision.
I was hating on him a lot for a while. I know you probably remember. I was hating on him big time, but just lately, after what he's been saying, especially with him,
I trust him.
And because he would come out and say stuff about Monty and stuff.
Yeah.
And now he's coming out and saying, I deleted the quote, but he's coming out and saying, I've been seen as a bad guy. I'm trying to change.
Yeah, I think
he's serious about that. I think he's
putting in the work too. Like, I mean, he doesn't like talk a lot of non-media.
I've never heard anything really about him.
I follow him on Instagram. He has like 2 kids or something like that.
Oh, really?
I don't know if he has 2 kids. I know he has a kid, but and like a wife and everything.
Sources
very quiet about
sources making it up.
Yeah, source. I made it up. No, I can.
No. But yeah, I think he'll be fine.